Oh, hello, beautiful people of the internet. How we doing? Hello, hello. Hi. Welcome to stream. The dogs are currently downstairs getting fed some lunch by Megan, so I'm not sure that they're going to come sprinting. We'll see. I'll give them some dog treats in just a minute. Hi, everybody. Hi, Game.play. Hi, Zuma. Hi, Luke. Hi, Lumella. Hi, Cams. Hi, Catilla. Carly. How we all doing today? Hello. Evo's lurking. K-Bell's here, but only for the dogs. Danny's here. Fluffu's here. Rosie's here. Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday.
Hey everybody. It's been a bit
Hi.
since I could join a stream, and I missed hanging out with y'all.
Oh, good to have you here, Bitter Blue. Good to have you. How you been? How you been? Thanks for the 22 months subscribed. That means a lot. Thank you. Hi, Call the Revelator. Sorry, Cal. Shit. Cal. I always think your name is Call the Elevator. Like, hit the button to call the elevator down. And instead it's Cal the Revelator. Sorry. In my mind, I think of you as Elevator. I just want you to know that. Hi, Mona. Hi, Mon. I'm not only here for the dogs. I'm here to talk to chat, too. Oh, okay. I thought you were here for me, K-Bell. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hi, MK. It's Wednesday, my dudes. It is Wednesday, my dudes. I'm just here for the dogs. I mean, I know you guys you all don't have to say it. I'm familiar. I'm aware. Oh my God, Sven is back from Mongolia.
Back from the Golden Horde. They didn't want me apparently.
Dang.
Nice to be back. Hope you all are having a good time and all that.
And all that. I love the inclusivity of and all that. Sven, how the fuck was your trip, dude? How was it? How was your trip? I hope it was good. Mona says Little Saturday hype. Wait, what's the Saturday hype? Mona, are we doing the same thing we did last week? You know it's Wednesday, right? Mona? Last time you came in being like, Happy Tuesday, it was a Monday. This time you're off by like 4 days. I'm sure there's an explanation for why you typed Little Saturday hype. I just can't piece it together myself personally. Saturday is a state of mind. Saturday is a state of mind. I love that. I feel like the weekend is a state of mind. Saturday's a day. Like, it's on the calendar. Like, in Sweden, Wednesday is called Little Saturday. People go out for drinks after work. Oh. So hold up. Little Saturday versus V Hump Day. Hump Day? Hump Day? Interesting. I kind of like Little Saturday. I kind of like Little Saturday over Hump Day. I will say, weekends with kids are often more exhausting than working from home. Tony, I swear to God, I was going to say the same thing. Pre-parenthood, here's the stonks on weekend versus weekday. Pre-parenthood, weekday. Weekend is hell yeah, brother. Post kids, weekday is up there. Weekend is it's like a net positive, but it's like that's possibly related to Megan's work schedule too, though, because sometimes she works all weekend and it's like, oh boy, I would honestly rather be in the middle of a weekday right now, just because it's sometimes a little easier. Dogs, do you guys want treats? There they are. Hi, Ruth Day. How's it going? Hi. Hello. Where's your brother? Kingsley. There he is. These treats come from Zuma, K-Bell, Catilla, Carly, and Rosie Posey. Best dogs. They're good boys. Ruth A, thanks for the lurk. Sven says Mongolia was good, went hiking. Ended up taking some photos with a sticker. I saw that. That photo was amazing. I loved that. Poor K-Bell got my reactions, catching up on blueprints. I'm all caught up now, K-Bell. Oh, no. Did you send some angry text messages? Dogs. Shake. Shake. Good boy. Shake. 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 Gentle. Gentle. Shake. Hero. Shake. Okay. All right. He's an aggressive shaker today, chat. Kingsley, shake. Good boy. Hero. Shake. Okay. He does not want to do it. Will you lay down? Lay down. Good boy. Good boy. Hero's such a weird dog. He's such a weird boy. I gotta say, both dogs are doing much better with L, though, recently. Kingsley has been very... L is obsessed with just going up and sort of, like, tackling the dogs. And by tackling, I mean, like, putting all of her weight on them and grabbing them and just, like, leaning into them. Both dogs have been doing a bit better about that, so that's good. Hero's been pretty good from the start. Kingsley, not so much, but he's better. So good and smart and handsome. They're pretty good boys. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. That doesn't sound great. Her tackling them. I hope they don't feel too bad about it. No, I think Hero likes it. Hero's like, oh my God, finally somebody in this house is going to give me attention. Ever since that baby was born, I can't get attention to save my life. And now he's like, oh yeah. L, like he rolls over in front of her and sort of like becomes a little, playful. So, I'm sure Kingsley doesn't feel great about it, but Kingsley's a grumpy asshole. So Kingsley's a grumpy old man. He's like, get off my lawn. Who is this child and why are they taking up my mama and my dada's love and attention? Kingsley would prefer that truly nothing ever changes ever. He's a grumpy old man. But I do love him. I do love him. How are you guys doing today? Happy Wednesday. How's your day been? Happy little Saturday to you. Ikulo says same. I would prefer nothing ever change ever. I feel that. I feel that. Change can be hard. The problem is it's coming for you no matter what, you know? Time. You only have so much. Change. It's the only actual constant. I've been binging the crap out of Worlds Beyond Number. What episode are you on right now, Llamas? Because Megan is currently listening to one of my favorite episodes. And I've been waiting. She's like walking around the house this morning listening to it. And I'm like, have you gotten to the part yet? Have you gotten to the part yet? Are you there? What episode number are you on? I just finished 39. 39 is... Okay. 39 is Into the Woods. Good stuff. Oh my God. Megan is on episode number 48 right now. And somewhere in the realm of like 45 to 48 might be my favorite stretch of episodes we've had yet. Isn't it amazing? More people should listen to Worlds Beyond Number. It's so good. It's so good. Blanket recommendation for if you want any kind of D&D podcast or just beautiful storytelling experience, Worlds Beyond Number. Big recommendation. Game.play says, I'm only on part 12 of your Skyrim playthrough, so if you could take a break until I'm fully caught up, that would be great. I got you. You only have 300 and something episodes left. How are you doing with Critical Role, boss? I'm doing well with Critical Role. I am listening a lot while I do dishes. While I do exercise on the treadmill or bike. I'm at like episode like 45 of campaign 1. So yeah, like I'm all caught up on NADPod and Worlds Beyond Number. So I have all this extra like podcasting time to basically watch YouTube videos instead. But It's good. It's very good. We've just gotten to the point where it's in campaign 1, we've just gotten to the point where they've started using like actual minis and stuff. Like they started upping their mini game and like environment game for the like battles, which is really cool. It's cool to see the evolution. Campaign 1 of Critical Role got me through some boring shifts. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I listen to a lot of Critical Role while parenting too, because I don't know if you know this. 1-year-old who can only say hi and bye-bye. Not a lot of interesting conversation happening with my child. I feel a little guilty when I like am also watching something while hanging out with her, but listen. I'm doing my best to give her a lot of attention, and when I get and when it's hour 6 of hanging out with her and all we've done is say hi and bye-bye, I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna also listen to some stuff. Campaign 1 got me through some severe college student depression. Oh no. I've passed you on campaign 1? Carly, you should go back and watch it. Wait, I've passed you? Now I can finally be like, wow, Carly, won't you watch the rest of campaign 1 so that I can send you thirst traps on TikTok? I've been waiting. You've been waiting to send me Rick Grimes thirst traps. I've been waiting to send you Vaxlith shipping TikToks. I don't know. Let's make a trade. I'll watch C1 when you watch The Walking Dead. Okay, deal. Absolutely. Deal. So we're both clear, right? Like we're both clear of any bad feelings? What a perfect setup. Take one of these. Take one of these. I'm Rick Grimes, bitch. Speaking of thirst traps, I found Pedro's new pictures yesterday. Oh my lord. I also found the Pedro Pascal thirst trap. Oh my god. I also found it. I understand now why Carly was not present for the first like 30 minutes of stream yesterday because of Pedro Pascal thirst traps. I get it. I get it. I get it. Human babies are BS. Giraffe babies pop out already walking and stuff. Yeah, I mean, human babies are... It's an interesting thing that human babies develop so much and so slowly outside of, post-birth. It's interesting. It's very interesting. Carly sent them to me when I went back to watch the Dew Point convo. Incredible. Incredible. Tony says, Emma likes climbing on me while I lay on the floor. It's a good opportunity to listen to stuff while playing with babies. Yeah. I just feel like I would truly go insane hanging out with my kid for not like, and I hope this doesn't come across as terrible, but like sometimes parenting is just fucking boring. Like you're just hanging out with a kid who is like who's amazed by the fact that when she whacks 2 items together, it makes a sound. And I'm like, yep, that is cool. Oh, we're going to spend the next 20 minutes doing it over and over again? I lost interest after the first time, but it's all right. Hi, Hunter. Welcome in. First time catching a stream. Been loving your content on YouTube recently with Blueprints and Dredge. Keep the positive vibes up. Thank you. Thanks so much. Welcome in. Welcome. I appreciate that. How are you today? What if she breaks through the atoms and the items go into each other? She's experiencing wonder and whimsy for the first time. I will say, that is the other half of the coin, Luke. That is the other half of the coin. Let me think of a good example. I texted Megan about this yesterday. What was it? Oh, I know what it was. So last night at dinner, Elle has eaten like truly 10,000 raspberries in her short young life so far. I don't know that it's actually 10,000, but she's eaten more. If we're doing percentiles, Ellie's on the 99th percentile of having eaten raspberries at this age. She loves raspberries. Her poop is always constantly raspberry. Raspberries and blueberries. Those are the two things. However, yesterday, I gave her a raspberry to eat at dinner. Like constantly, I'm always putting like 2 in front of her. She grabs one, she eats it. I put 2 more. It's just the thing. However, at dinner last night, she did something for the first time, and I got to watch the wonder and whimsy go across her face, which is that she grabbed a raspberry, looked at it, instead of popping it in her mouth, she did this. And raspberry leaked everywhere. The raspberry disintegrated and leaked out between her fingers and down her arm. And the moment of wonder on her face where she was like, what? And then she opened her hand and was like, where is it? Where? Yeah, everything is like brand, like, you know, obviously everything is brand new and everything is full of wonder and whimsy to a kid, which is very infectious and cool. Like, it is really neat to be like, one of the things that gave me the same feeling the other day is there was an empty paper towel roll. And part of entertaining a child is that you just sometimes hand them trash to be like, hey, entertain yourself with this, because you don't know that it's trash. You think it's treasure. So you take an empty paper towel roll, you whack her over the head once with it, it makes a funny noise, then she takes it and is like, what is this? But the thing we did after I whacked her on the head with it once was I used it as like a microphone, as like a megaphone. I was like, Elle, what are you doing? Hello. And she was very intrigued by the different noises you could make if you spoke into it or made noise into it. She's very entertained by, if you look through it, you can see somebody on the other end of it. Paper towel roll is like an S tier trash toy for a child. There's so much you can do. You can put something in it and it'll roll out the other end. It's like a little an enclosed ramp. You can whack the dogs on the head with it. You can whack her on the head with it. You can whack mom on the head with it. Like, it's just, paper towel roll is big winner. You know what I was doing the other day? Letting her chase me and then yelling and running away when she got close. The giggles are the best thing ever. That is cute. My cats also like to play with toilet paper rolls. Anyways, it is fun. It is very fun to, like, everything is whimsical and wonderful and full of, it's a new moment constantly, a moment of discovery. But it is also sometimes boring. Got to keep my brain stimulated. But hey, welcome to stream. It's 12:27 already. We're gonna hop into Satisfactory in just a second because I want to play some Satisfactory. I want to try and figure out our factory. I want to make some progress. I want to make the factory grow. That's the plan. Oh my god, I completely forgot about exclamation snaily. That is a perfect command for this moment. I'm horribly mentally ill and need constant mental stimulation, so I do use my phone on the toilet. Yeah, I do use my phone while my daughter is in the same room. Is it any surprise to any of you? I don't think it will be, right? Is it any surprise to any of you that Megan is much better than me about, like Megan has an otherworldly patience. If both of us are about to hang out with our daughter for like 4 hours, Megan spends 3.5 of those hours actively engaged and like playing hard and like just being the best possible mom. And I'm not saying I'm a deadbeat dad, but I don't make it 3.5 hours before I'm like, oh boy. Oh boy. It's just, I don't know how she does it. She's amazing. Megan is. H is, yeah. Meg is much better than me, period. I mean, that's true. We know that to be true, too. We know that to be true. Megan is goals. That's true. Meg is goals. Meg is better than me, and and Meg is much better than me. You can end the sentence there. You can put a period there. That's true. That's true. Hi, Shammy. I'm still at work. I'm headed home in 30 minutes. Sounds good. Don't worry. I'll spend 30 minutes bumbling around, not doing anything in the game until you get home, probably. Hope you're having a great day, Shammy. Hope you're having a great little Saturday. If we had to come up with a new name for Wednesday, what would it be? Hump Day is funny. I don't know why it's... Oh, is it like you're getting over the hump? Like once you're over the hump, then you're on the downhill towards the weekend? That's got to be what it is, right? That kind of thing? That's why they call it Hump Day? And Little Saturday makes sense because it's like you can do a little bit of fun socializing after work. Hi, Shinzoke. How's it going? Are you having problems with your Satisfactory and Blueprints or your Blueprints and Satisfactory? If there was a factory in Blueprints, I'd be even more in love with that game. Are you just realizing this? I thought it was Hump Day. I mean, I don't know. If you grew up how I did, you just were introduced to camels.
Whoop. Caught
Humps.
a stream. Love y'all. I'm doing some parts replacement today and have been released from physical therapy.
Yo, congrats on being released from physical therapy. Hi, Cypher. How's it going? Thanks so much for the tier 3 for 30 months. Holy shit, that's incredible. Can we get some hearts for the tier 3 subscription? Hearts or little into prides. Or both. Thank you so much, Cypher. Holy shit. Thank you. I don't know. I just grew up with like the commercials were how I was introduced to Hump Day. So I guess I didn't really like do the backwards thinking of like, well, how did we get to the word hump that then becomes a camel's hump? You know? Hump Day sounds like capitalist propaganda to make us feel better about 5-day work weeks. I do love that. That sounds right. Odin's Day is better and where Wednesday came from. When did this emoji come out? Literally yesterday. I'm an uncle. I'm not responsible for interacting for longer than what I have energy for. The uncle lifestyle is the fucking best, though. Uncle lifestyle is the best, truly. I think, like, if you can interact with kids for exactly as long as you have energy for, you can just bring the energy, and it's awesome. You don't have to be the person who does the like, I mean, any of the unsexy shit like changing diapers, getting up in the middle of the night. You don't have to do any of the like punishing or like boundary setting or like any of that stuff. Great. Want to hear an uncle story? Sure. Dear parents, have your kid back. I'm done. Exactly. Hump Day is a new law that you can sign in Frostpunk. Is that real? I think we should actually be... Hump Day should actually be Thursday because we don't have weekends here. Hump Day means you're halfway through the week, which will restart again, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then you hit the hump. Then you got 3 more days, and then the week starts all over again. Fun, wealthy aunt is the dream. I haven't fulfilled any of those pieces yet, but a girl can dream. Oh my god, my brother found a sand crab on the beach, caught it in a bucket. I wanted to carefully show it to Lucas. It moved too fast, ran right out, and scared him. Woo! I guess some people start the week with Sunday. Why do people do that? Anyways, let's get into Satisfactory, then we can talk about it. Hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Ryan. I don't have my protective gear. In my defense, it's hot as hell in this house and hot as hell in Indiana right now. So any extra layers that you should wear or that you could wear are probably not going to be worn most of the time. But I'll put it on until I get too sweaty and then I'll take it off. Welcome back to Satisfactory. Why do you start the week with Monday and or Sunday? I always considered Sunday the first of the week for some reason, but what is that some reason? I think that's what we need to get to the bottom of today. Yesterday, I learned what a dew point was for the first time. Today, I want to learn why calendars, why different humans consider Monday or Sunday the different. Like, I'm guessing if I had to be honest, if I had to just like pick something out of the ether for why people select Sunday or Monday as the start of the week, My guess is it has something to do with religion. Like, if I had to, like, it's probably under the umbrella of religion. At least where it started. Sunday is part of the weekend, so Monday starts the new week. I mean, you're preaching to the choir here. But I've actually mostly encountered this in running, where sometimes people start their running weeks on Sunday, which I find very funny because in running, very often you do your long run on Sunday. It's the last run of the week. It's the one thing you do every single week. Long runs are Sunday. Sunday morning long run. But the Sabbath is Saturday for Jews and Sunday for Christians. In a biblical context, Sunday was last, but only for some people, right? As that other comment said. I do think from a like optimistic and pessimistic perspective, I think it makes a lot of sense to put your... I have an idea for our blueprint, by the way. Welcome back to Satisfactory. We need to kind of change our blueprint up because, at least I want to change my blueprint up. We don't have to, I guess, because they've changed the way the game works, and I want to... They've changed the way blueprints connect to each other, and I want to see if I can make something that can work with that, frankly. Let's do blueprint 6 test 1. I have an idea. I had an idea in the shower about what I could do. I don't actually know if it was a shower thought or if I was just, like usual, thinking about it outside of the shower / at some point. And I had an idea. I need to figure out exactly how I want to do it here. Snoogly Town, thanks so much for the follow. Religious reason seems to be common with what I'm seeing online. Yeah, exactly. My thought is this, though. From an optimism perspective, I think it makes sense to delay your gratification for your 2 days off to be the last days of the week. You start the week by sacrificing for the delayed gratification of Saturday, Sunday, right? Of the days you don't have to do the 40-hour work week. My college roommate used to play this game for hours at a time. I never understood what was going on, but there's something satisfying about watching it. Hey, that's the name of the game. Truly, literally. Here's my thought. Let's just fuck with the blueprint entirely real quick. We need a way to get these parts to connect to each other. That's basically the only thing. The power is another thing that I don't really know how to solve. We basically just need these to connect to each other. So I have an idea about how we could do that. Let's just do it right here, actually. I don't know exactly how it works. Right now, I don't know that conveyors actually connect to each other when they are like stacked on top of each other vertically, if that makes sense. So I think what I need to do is have a conveyor that's like right here, ready to connect to the next blueprint. I don't know if this makes sense, but basically, I think I want the blueprint not to connect at the bottom with this, but to connect with a... I don't even know how to phrase this. The moment of connection to be with a conveyor. Am I going to be able to make that work? I have very little confidence that I will, but we're going to try. Oh, I took fall damage. Whoops. I'm very surprised that 95% of all cultures made a week 7 days. I wonder if the 7-day week also doesn't have something to do with... Like, I'm guessing it's mostly religion. But I wonder if any part of it has to do with... No, never mind. That doesn't work. I was going to say, well, there's like exactly 52 weeks in a year, but that's not true, right? A week is like 365 divided by 7. Or sorry, 365 divided by 7 is like, it's got an extra day. Yeah. Scratch that idea. Real ones use 10 days. I will say that was one of the most confusing things about D&D. Okay. Guys, I do not know what I'm fucking doing here. Why is it red? Partially overlapping blueprint designer. Sure. But what if it like stuck up instead of sticking down? I'm thinking like most of us don't know what you're using, what you're doing either. I know, right? I'm thinking like that. Comma. And then the blueprint up here will end with something that like pokes out this way. You know? But I don't know how that's going to work because like currently we have this very handy thing where right here you just delete this, then you bring this out, etc., etc. Hi, Game Cultist. How's it going? For those of you who are asking, no, I did not try showering with my clothes on this morning. I didn't really want to. Even after our conversation yesterday. I think I basically need to get away from using conveyor lift floor holes, but okay, hold up. What if we did it backwards? What if we did it the other way? Pizza's fine, but clothes are where you draw the line. I'm not saying I never will. I was like, this morning, I was like, I think I'm good. Hear me out. I'm about to make this way too complicated. Are you ready? Are you ready for me to make this way too complicated? Prepare yourselves. Ladies and gentlemen. Non-binary beautiful people of the internet. Are you ready for this to get way too complicated? Shouldn't it be going the other way? Yes, it should. These should be rotated. Shit. I'm so sorry, friends. I'm gonna get this figured out, but it's just gonna take a couple more ugly minutes of me staring confusedly at a wall. So I think this should be like that. Once I get this blueprint built, I literally never have to deal with it again. That's what I just keep trying to tell myself. Can't spell overcomplicated without some of the letters in indigestion plus a few others. Front seat question. Are you sitting there at home being like, Ryan, you have a better way to do this? Yes or no? No? Hell yeah, dude. I like to hear that. I mean, I think the best way to do it is just to keep literally using it because it does not take that much effort. But they added this whole blueprint connecting thing, and now I want to use it even though it doesn't make sense for the blueprint that I designed. So then I have to change the blueprint that I designed to make it back retrofit that. You know what I've decided? I think I've decided this. I think I've decided right now I don't give a fuck. You can quote me on that. I've decided right now, I don't give a damn. I am just going to keep using the old blueprint system that I had. I don't like it. I don't want it. I hate it all. We're going to delete some shit. How do I delete you? Delete you. If it works, don't touch it. It works with so little help. Like so little effort. We still have the chance to change it in the future, but for now I think it just works. Todd Howard, it just works. You need to build a time machine and go back to before you built your blueprint and tell your earlier self to fix it. I think what we really need to do is just go back and like, oh, my game is running like dog shit. I'm getting like 30 FPS. Oh boy. Oh boy. What if we just started over? A new blind playthrough from the start. I'm going to get my memory wipe. I'm not going to remember any of having played this game, and then we'll restart. And we'll have the same idea. Hey, can I connect these blueprints side by side by side? And except the answer this time will be yes, because we're on 1.1. This is how legacy code happens. Okay, so what are we actually going to get up to today now that that's done? I think it's probably time to just continue the... we were working on turbo motors before something happened. I don't know what happened, but... Turbo motors require... motors, rubber... I think what happened was we decided that... one of these items wasn't actually on the, like RCUs wasn't actually on the, on the bus. And then we started to add a blueprint to the side of it. Yeah. And then we were like, wait, auto connect? What does that mean? And it turned out that sent us down a whole rabbit hole. Y'all, I have a bird situation on my balcony that I need advice on. I realize there are lots of people in this community. Maybe someone knows something, so I'm going to send some messages in the Discord about it. I think if your bird boyfriend is being sketchy and doesn't want to show you his bird boyfriend phone, that it's not right of you to say, hey, you have to show me your bird phone, but also... it doesn't mean you should just still trust him, like, carte blanche, you know? Like, I don't believe that, like, just because you're dating him, he owes you showing you his phone. But I also don't believe that... it's completely above board to just be, like, sketchy about hiding stuff. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to put a... blueprint fluid right here. And then we should probably just connect all of these vertically, huh? These are now, but these are empty, so they don't fucking matter. So I'm a little bit confused what I'm doing here. My game is at 16 FPS. What's happening? Holy cow. This is not good. What if it's a swim bird? Okay, so these are all bad. These are all bad floors. These are just empty floors. They're not going to have anything on them. That's fine because we know where they connect. That said, they do still need to be connected by power. So there. There. Your game's at 6. Hi, totally average gamer. The game's at 16 FPS. Can you give me a quick tour? I might be able to help. I can give you a quick tour. Absolutely. It's like 60 most of the time. I did hear that one of the potential problems is when you try to build something and you look at something that has been blueprinted, that causes FPS lag. That I'm familiar with. I don't know that that's what's happening here. But I would love to give you a tour. Is it only in the builder? Maybe it's only in the builder. It's kind of like random. Like 40. But then I hit the blueprint thing and I had a whole half a second where nothing happened. And now we're lagging. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think the blueprint builder is part of it. That's probably just the same. Maybe that's what it was. It's building a blueprint on something that's already been blueprinted. Was that the thing that people are like, we know there's performance issues with that? Is that whole structure blueprints? Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. Yes, it is. This is my baby, by the way. Do you want to see my baby? Check out my baby. Okay. So check it out. We started the game. First off, I didn't understand that you couldn't. I made some weird power-related decisions. We don't need to talk about it. Chat's been giving me shit about it for an actual year. Oh no, I'm gonna fucking die. Oh boy. Okay. We made some weird power decisions. Once we graduated from like our base bad decisions, we graduated to some like. We went from kindergarten bad decisions to like second grade bad decisions. And our second grade bad decisions were I decided to build a Factorio bus where every single item that you can make goes on belts in a big line that goes all the way through the factory, and your builds just sort of spawn off to the side. It kind of worked amazing. It kind of didn't work amazing at all because all of a sudden everything was fucking huge, and I had to run back and forth across my entire factory to get anywhere. But we just kept adding items to the bus. And back then, nothing, blueprints wouldn't auto-connect. So I had to build every single one of these belts by hand to get them to connect to each other. So this still runs some of the basic stuff in our factory. And we ended up having to turn because otherwise we were going to run out into the void. And then we went up a level, and I was thinking I would just do a big spiral of like belts. Anyways, we got to this point, and I decided I needed to start. I learned that I figured out that I could start building shit on top of each other and using conveyors to move materials easier than belts, or at least more space efficiently or something. I don't know. So then we built this, and this is my baby. This is my baby. I feel super good about this. We decided to turn our horizontal bus into a vertical bus, where every floor is an opportunity for stuff to get built. Hold up. Give me my coffee cup back. This is the base floor, so nothing really happens here other than like our hub and stuff. But every item in the game basically is belted, is conveyed on conveyor belts between floors and running at the highest speed possible, except for that. I don't know why our steel pipe is fucking slow. And then blueprints, exactly. And then we started ramping up. And every floor, here's where circuit boards are built. Here's where computers are built. Here's where modular engines are built. Every one of these has like, every item, it can be split off from the main belt. It can then go onto the main thing. So anytime you want to build anything new, you just, in this big open space, you plop down the machines that it needs. You take the raw resources that it needs. You chuck them in, or the intermediate materials. Sometimes you build an intermediate material. You run it past a dimensional depot, then you plug it back into the vertical bus itself, and it all goes up. Oh, baby. And it goes up so far. I appreciate you guys being careful and trying to warn Totally Average Gamer about how blind we're being. I think they get it. I think he gets it. He's been great about rating the channel and being very careful not to spoil stuff. And I know we are pretty strict about no spoilers, or no info at all. But Yeah, this is my factory. I feel good about it. There's some other stuff. The only thing that isn't being built here is rubber and like oil related stuff. Rubber, plastic, and some power is being built over here. Anything else? Like turbo fuel. I wish Ryan was an average gamer. I have a lot of room to improve before I become a totally average gamer. Okay, so anyways, honestly, I'm running at like 70 FPS on this. What kind of FPS do you get on your game, by the way, totally average gamer? Like generally. I'm at like 60 to 70 running around, which feels fine. And then right here, I'm going to need a vertical bus 6. Starting here. And then going down all the way until we get to radio control units. I cap at 60 since that's all stream can see. That makes sense. This bug, unfortunately, is something you don't know till you know, but there is a fix. You're talking about the blueprint, like, build mode bug. I'm out of iron plate. I need 100 more iron plate. But we increased our dimensional depot upload speed, so hopefully, honestly, we should get it pretty soon. We do have to go down so far, though. The frames are bad with the blueprints. It's true. They're bad. I mentioned it above. Okay. Dope. I got too excited to show you my thing, and I did not, You found the issue where too many I didn't actually read your comments. You found the issue where too many blueprints in a small area caused the game to die inside. Unfortunately, there's no fix aside from hand building stuff and not blueprinting it. I have no idea what I'm looking at. Somebody else said, I barely got coal power going. Dang. So you're telling me my baby is also going to kill the game? That's all right. I can't wait to watch it die. That'd be a funny way to end Satisfactory. Be like, hey, guys, sorry, I can't keep playing the game. Coffee Stain Studios doesn't want to let me build a vertical bus. And I've decided that I am not going to hand build shit. Okay, cool. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to keep... did I get power running on everything? I don't even know if I did. Probably. Should hook power up to everything. And then... Okay, power's hooked up for all of these. Then... every one of these is also going to need power. We're going to be waiting on our dimensional depots to upload for a little bit, so... where the fuck did this one go? Excuse me? Shit. I just like the clicky building noises. Missing concrete? I can actually just grab that by hand. Because I think concrete uploads pretty slow to the dimensional depot from the place that I have it being uploaded. Oh, yeah. It's building so slow. Fuck. Okay. All right, well. I hardly use blueprints in Factorio for some reason. Oh, dude, what? So far, my opinion is basically I understand not using blueprints in Satisfactory. However, since they updated it, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe it's worth using. Since they auto-connect now. Factorio, you could not make me play a game without blueprints. I don't know that I could ever go back to Factorio without blueprints. I copy and paste a lot, and I let the bots handle it. Wait, what? Is copy paste a new thing in Factorio? Frontsy question. I don't know. Unless I'm forgetting something. I don't remember. It's been there forever, it feels like. I don't remember copy paste. I remember blueprinting. I remember upgrade blueprints. I remember deconstruction blueprints. Are you guys ready to have way too much concrete? Got an inventory full of concrete. I look like somebody that a mafia boss is trying to drown in a river. My pockets are filled with concrete. Fresh concrete, fresh concrete. As far as I know, you could always do it. It just kind of makes a blueprint in place, plops it down, but it doesn't save it. Oh, okay. So you're still blueprinting. You're just like... You're just not like establishing blueprints. That's awesome because frankly, to me, one of the struggles that Factorio has is that like as a game, which I love Factorio so much. One of the struggles is that basically once you've built yourself during one playthrough or copied from the internet, but that's not how I do it. Once you've found yourself a blueprint for how to build a smelter array, like you will never again build a smelter array. You'll just use the blueprint that you had from the last playthrough, which is fine. It changes the game though. It changes it from like I've done Factorio recently, not super recently. It was like 2 years ago at this point. I did a just like in my free time I played Factorio I wanted to build my first like mega base. And so for that, it was awesome because I already had all of my blueprints. I just like started the game, built in the blueprints, you know, as I went. And I could get to the late game much quicker. I can't get into Factorio for that reason. It feels very copy-paste. It's funny because one of the big struggles I have with this game that I'm mostly overcoming, I think, but only by copying and pasting, is that I really struggled with the early parts of this game because I was like, it's a factory game, but they won't like prioritize my factory building experience. Like, and by that what I meant is I was like, I have to jump over fucking belts and stuff. I have to like first person run around and connect all of these belts, and they don't even like I can't just stamp stuff down in a way that I'm really used to. In hindsight, it's like it's obviously it's fine, and I respect how the game has decided to do it. And they do have a lot of like the hover pack completely changes the game, you know, in terms of like you can hold still and build a factory and like connect things. Sorry for wiggling the camera too much, guys. Sorry. But in hindsight, like that makes sense. But it took a lot to get used to from Factorio, where I was used to a different priority being the priority, if that makes sense. I hate seeing a new playthrough of Factorio. All they do is plop down an entire factory blueprint. Don't design anything at all. That's funny. I played Factorio back before like blueprints were a like commonly tradable. I played it in like 2015 probably. Like you didn't really trade blueprint, like you didn't look up blueprints online. Like there were some ideas about how to ideally balancing belts, but like that was like the very start of that. So I had to figure everything, like, you know, I had watched some people play, so I had some ideas, but like I had to like design my own blueprints and then go from there. Which was good and a lot of fun. And you know me, like I could never imagine doing a new playthrough of any game and being like, hey, so on this new playthrough of this game, I borrowed a design from a person I looked up online. Balancers are what I just download. Yeah, I mean, at some point they get very confusing. At some point they get real confusing. So I think right here is where we chuck in RCUs.
Ryan, you were humming Good Vibrations in a recent BP
I was.
episode, so
Yep.
I've been on a Beach Boys tear. Rip to one of the goats.
Rip to one of the goats, indeed. I have been on. I was humming. Hi, Aurora. I was humming Good Vibrations because I think I said this in that episode, but because my daughter has been on a Good Vibrations kick, and it's one higher than this shit. So I have also been listening to way too much Beach Boys. I'm here to tell you, I think God Only Knows might be the greatest song of all time. Hot take, sure, whatever. I don't know how other people feel about it. I guess we should start this conversation by being like, what's the best Beach Boys song? But I kind of want to skip the pleasantries and just go straight to God Only Knows might be the best song, period, that's ever been. Ryan existing in 2015 is a weird concept to me. What do you mean you didn't just appear in the world when YouTube recommended you to me? What's even better is I was making YouTube videos in 2015 and had been for years. Barbara Ann's the best. That's the one that our daughter loves the most. +2, yes, I was just thinking about, even though it's cliche, God Only Knows is my favorite song of theirs. Dude, God Only Knows is amazing. I also think, what else is really good? I feel like some Beach Boys... Okay, let's just go through the hits, right? So you've got Barbara Ann. Song is fun, I think. I'm a little, like... my opinion is a little clouded by having listened to it approximately 14,000 times in the last 2 months. My opinion is just a little affected by that. You've got God Only Knows, which is the God Only Knows what. Wait, no, that's not what the note is. What's the note? God only knows what I'd be without you. Song's amazing. There's Sloop John Bean. Sloop John Bean. Guys, we can just play the music in the background. YouTube will never hear it. God knows I don't listen to... God only knows I don't listen to enough of the Beach Boys on a regular basis. My mom loved Kokomo. That's really funny. I don't want to dox myself too heavily, chat, but I'm going to dox myself really heavily. Did you know there's a Kokomo, Indiana? Guess who grew up very, very near to Kokomo, Indiana? Guess what Indiana town is nothing like... let's listen to Kokomo first, because that's a funny... Kokomo is like beach paradise. Drinking rum and getting sunburnt on a tropical beach. Kokomo is a fucking auto manufacturing hellscape in the middle of Indiana. You could have just said there was a Kokomo, Indiana without doxing yourself, but I have to tell you that I have like intimate knowledge of Kokomo and therefore why it is such a terrible place. Yeah, this is like 52, 53, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 60. Is that right? Yeah, 12 purse. This is 61. Bermuda, Bahama, Why am I doing all caps? My D button is broken. What's happening? Why can't I type? Am I having a stroke? Anyways, that's Kokomo. My opinion is once again probably tainted by this part, by this song. I think Good Vibrations, if God Only Knows is their S tier best song ever, I think God Only Vibrations is probably second. Bro can't type? I don't know what was happening with my fingers there. Was the Indiana town named after the song? No, Kokomo, Indiana was there when the like car was being invented. It was not named after the Beach Boys song. I think Kokomo is actually a Native American word or something related to that. Dude, I'm telling you, my D button is broken. I hit it once. It hits twice. It's a fictional place in the Beach Boys song? Yes, absolutely. It's not a real place. They're just talking about like a fictional like beach paradise. At least that's what I've always heard. Now Bitter Blue says it's a real place. I thought it was fictional. Okay, we chucked 61 in here. We're not gonna, I'm probably wrong. That's all right. But then you made me nervous that I was wrong. Thoughts on Good Vibrations, chat? I Get Around and Wouldn't It Be Nice are A tier as well. See, I disagree with you. Wouldn't It Be Nice is A tier for sure. I Get Around is not so good. Good Vibration is S tier. I think it's good. I think it's Good Vibration is very good. Okay, we need to connect all of these. Let's listen to I Get Around. Hot take. I Get Around is not one of their better songs. This is the round, round, get around. Round, 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 I get around, I get around. I think it's just like, I don't know if the song is too like repetitive for me. If the like background little riff is too jingly. Right here. I don't know. Not a huge Get Around fan. That said, I do love Wouldn't It Be Nice. To me, the like pull of the Beach Boys is this like, it's this like romanticized, gilded, rose-colored glasses sound. The like on a beach in California. Speaking of, we do have to talk about California Girls and Little Surfer Girl and Surfing in the USA. We got to talk about the surf rock, right? But to me, like, Wouldn't It Be Nice is this. I Get Around is something different. You know? Reminds me of 50 First Dates. I feel like this song is... Fuck it, this might be S tier too. It's like that pure young longing, right? To me, that's what Beach Boys is. Turns out I know a lot more Beach Boys songs than I thought. Oh yeah, you're gonna know a lot more Beach Boys than you think. We haven't touched Sloop John B, any of the surfing stuff. Lil Deuce Coupe, that's a good song. I think Wouldn't It Be Nice is S tier. What was the other S tier? God Only Knows. We should listen to that real quick because it is. I think God Only Knows is the like. This is the song that like Beach Boys' lasting influence on music to me. I'm not a music expert. I don't know. This is just like this song supersedes everything else. Possible best song ever. I truly feel that. God, this song is amazing. I'm going to fill in the rest of these off stream sometime. God only knows what I'd be without you. Like, sometimes I think songs just, like, enter the stratosphere. Something about subject matter and, like, harmonies or some melodies or something. And I think God Only Knows is that song. Okay. We haven't even done any of the surfing stuff, but we should do Sloop John B. Sloop John B. Sleeper tier A. I think this song probably doesn't get as much love as it should get. That's how I feel too. Oh boy. He has it set up so the music doesn't make it into the VOD or YouTube. Yeah, luckily. Okay. We have radio control units here. Why would I change our system? Our system works, you know? So then I feel like the most famous of the surfing songs is like... This one sounds good. It's a little bit basic. I feel like Sloop John B is a little bit like almost a kid song. I feel like Surfing USA... Oh my god, there's Surfing USA, there's Surfing Safari. Like California. I feel like this is what Beach Boys is like known internationally, maybe. For, or like widely, for. Inside, outside, USA. Yes, Tony, yes, exactly. But to me, this is not, this is like, this is a C tier song. This is the song people know, but I'm like, I don't. It's fine. But if you sit there and you're like, this is what the Beach Boys are known for, you're losing out. Right? Or like, this is what the Beach Boys are. I think you're losing out. Exactly, Tony, exactly. Okay, we need rubber. Surfing Safari always rocked. That's the next one. How many Beach Boys songs do you think had surfing in the name? Surfing USA, Surfing Safari, Little Surfer Girl. Oh, baby, wait and see, yeah. I'm gonna take you surfing with me, Beach Boys are so silly. Only one of them, Dennis the drummer, actually surfed. He ended up drowning while surfing? For a band called Beach Boys, I do think surfing makes sense. Yeah. Okay, what are we missing from the like Beach Boys like most played? Let me go to their artist page real quick, because I'm sure we're missing something. They have more hits than anybody. I swear, it's the Beatles level. Popular songs. Wouldn't It Be Nice? Good Vibrations. Kokomo. God Only Knows. Surfing USA. I Get Around. Don't Worry, Baby. I don't even know if I know this song. California Girls. Barbara Ann. No, I do know this song. What's the one about, like, drag racing? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? There's definitely a song about drag racing. It's like, oh. Yeah, 409. That's definitely it, right? 409? This isn't even the same song. This isn't even the song I'm thinking of. What's the Beach Boys song about? Have we talked about Be True to Your School yet? We have not talked about Be True to Your School. I feel like the one I'm thinking of is maybe on Pet Sounds, but I'm not sure. Maybe not. Giddy up, 409. No. Beach Boys. What's the name of that fucking song? Music makes me nostalgic for an era I didn't even live through. Oh boy, In My Room. It's a good song. I think this is closer towards the top of their list of songs. I love it when they sound a little more melancholic, though. It's Little Deuce Coupe. Is it? Probably. Let me hear. You don't know what I got. Yeah, this is definitely it. Yep. No wheels in town. Okay. We're finally going to get this built. Motors, rubber, RCUs, cooling systems. Little Deuce Coupe, you don't know what I got. This is cooling system, right? Yes, okay. I was like, the car song I'm thinking about says 4 on the Floor. That's the song right there. Satisfactory plus musical artist streams are fun. Watch Ryan build it, talk about cool songs. It's tough because every time I play any music, I'm like, RIP to anybody watching this on YouTube later. But it is fun. Beach Boys is one of those that their sound just immediately makes me think of my grandparents and my childhood. Yeah, my stepdad really liked Beach Boys. Which, when I was like pretty young, I was like, oh, okay. You just like this like old-timey shit music. I got a little bit older and I was like, okay, there's like something to like here beyond the surfing songs. And then I was like, oh, wait. God Only Knows might be the greatest song of all time. Like, wait a second. We did have the Satisfactory episode about rappers. Sure, but that was just talking about rappers. I wasn't playing their music. You're right, you're right. Let's do the nearest one first. All right, we're going to build this shit. I'm on a Wikipedia deep dive. Dennis Wilson, the Beach Boy guy who drowned, was associated with Charles Manson. Interesting. So Dennis Wilson, is that brother to Brian Wilson? Were they brothers? I don't know shit about the Beach Boys, I'm gonna be honest with you. In terms of like, as people. Okay, turbo motors. We've got motors being delivered. Nothing is being delivered at such a high rate that belts won't be fine for at least the foreseeable future. Rubber might eventually be a problem, but on that front, but Brian, Dennis, and Carl were the three brothers. Was anybody else in the band, or was it just the three brothers? That's a ridiculously good band to be made of brothers, to be made of people you're genetically related to. Their cousin and a friend was also in it. Okay. We have a top 2000 event every year where most of the Netherlands votes on the best songs ever. God Only Knows was the highest Beach Boys song at 53. That makes me so happy because I've been sort of under the impression, maybe the wrong impression, but I've been sort of under the impression that God Only Knows does not get its just desserts. You know? And it sounds like I'm wrong. It sounds like the world knows what's up. At least the Netherlands knows what's up. Good Vibration is second ever. Let's go. What was the top song that the Netherlands voted on? All right, let's do a little splitter here. Smart splitter. Nope. We build the dimensional depot. We've learned over the years. You build the dimensional depot first. Missing SAM fluctuators. Always something. Top song is Bohemian Rhapsody for the last 20 years. Are you kidding me? I don't know why that's so funny to me, but something about that is really funny. Just a bunch of Dutch people being like... And if you go... Wait, no. How's that go? How's that line go? The like... The Figaros and the Amadeus and the... A bunch of Dutch people screaming. Mama, ooh. Bohemian Rhapsody is a great song. Don't get me wrong. I don't know that I would put it at the top list of best songs ever. I think it's a wild song. I think it's an amazing song. I'm so glad it exists. To me, interestingly, Bohemian Rhapsody is like, in some ways, like an antithesis to what I love about God Only Knows, though, right? Like, to me, God Only Knows... How long is that song? I'm trying to piece together why I think God Only Knows is so good. How long is it? 2 minutes and 54 seconds, exactly. I was like, to me, it seems like such a tight... It's so tight, despite the fact that it, like, shifts a bunch of... It shifts a lot within 3 minutes. Perfectly, like, just... It, like, concisely accomplishes so much with so little. Whereas Bohemian Rhapsody is, like, 8 minutes long. And you got the little, like, Amadea. My high school choir sang an a cappella version of Bohemian Rhapsody on a school trip to Spain. I was really obsessed with our high school choirs. Like, our really, really good choir did an a cappella version of Toto's song Africa, which I really enjoyed that. You're singing Amadeus by Falco. I'll be honest with you, when I started singing the Amadea, I was like, that's not the same fucking song. I was like, wait, that's actually different. Thanks for calling me out. I appreciate you. Don't Stop Me Now is peak as far as I'm concerned. Now I'm just thinking of best Queen songs. I feel like Don't Stop Me Now is maybe best Queen songs. Should be a smart splitter. I feel like it could be Don't Stop Me Now for me. This is left output overflow. Making turbo motors. And check that off the list now. I do need to actually chuck it into the thing. The turbo motors are going to be like slot 62. 61 was RCUs. 62 will be turb motor. Turb mo. Queen has 35 songs in the top 2,000. Why are Dutch people obsessed with Queen? I'm not saying you shouldn't be. I'm saying what happened. I feel like something specific has to have happened to make that. Like, I think if you ask the rest of the world. Oh, I did that wrong. Shit. I think Bohemian Rhapsody has a chance at being the top song ever. But I don't think the rest of the world puts 35 songs from Queen in the top 2,000 songs of all time. Right? We're going to use curve mode. It's sexy. So why specifically does the Netherlands... I think there may be something there. Why specifically does the Netherlands love Queen? Maybe it's the last 20 years of voting at the top song. It's just like they hear it every year because they celebrate New Year's with it. Time After Time was Germany's pick. Time after time, and I will be where you will find love. The song is great. Time after time. RIP to anybody who has to listen to my singing today. I do apologize. Now I'm kind of obsessed with the idea that, like, of there being some special connection. Maybe I'm wrong, but... Also, what other countries would pick what? Maybe it's because we do have a queen. Community top 2,000 songs win. What is the method look like for the Netherlands? Do people submit songs? Or like how many, like when you first go to vote, how many songs are there? I wonder what your voting process looks like. We could definitely pull off a best song of like we vote on the song. Okay, that's turbo motor done. I didn't actually save it right here. Turbo motors are on the bell. That means we need to probably do TPRs, PCCs, or nuclear pastas. Let's see what a TPR is. Thermal propulsion rocket. Perfect. Takes turbo motors. Takes mod engines, which we have. Cooling systems, which we have. Used modular frames, which I think we have. Therm prop rocket. What was it called? That's a rhetorical question. Thermal propulsion rocket. I think we're going to have to call it a therm prop rock. Oh, what the fuck is this? What is this background? Oh, no, not that. No, I fucked up. That's kind of cool, though, actually. What if we did a background of, like... Nope. Actually pretty cool, but now it won't match everything else. We can vote for 35 songs, 20 of songs that were in the top 2000 before, and 15 free choice. Do you write in the free choice or no? I voted for a couple Little Indigestion songs. You voted for like some Neil Azram stuff? Totally free choice. So you write them in. Wow. Okay. Interesting. I feel like today might have influenced things. Maybe we'd choose God Only Knows by the Beach Boys. I could only hope. Or Bohemian Rhapsody. You know, Bohemian Rhapsody, that song that goes, Amadeus, 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 Amadeus. Some Pogs, McPog songs. Let's go. All right, Evo, we need a spreadsheet. All right, Tony, we need a new Wheel of Games submission form. For the summer of music. Oh. Oculus, can I keep asking you what else is on this list? What else is on the Netherlands? Like, what else is in the top 10? Need a manufacturer. I'm just so curious now about what they picked. Like, do you think, like, Michael Jackson makes it? Like, with Queen? All right, Carly, we need whimsy. Yeah, exactly. You can bring the whimsy, Carly. Could it be like Beatles, Michael Jackson? Like, who's bigger than Queen? ABBA? You want me to tell you, or do you want to guess top 10? You can tell me. I'm just going to get some artist guesses out there. We said Beatles. Somebody said Imagine. I think it was Shammy who said Imagine. Imagine probably... I don't know. I feel like that would be on a lot of people's list. What do we know about the Netherlands? They love water. They love like terraforming with water. They love bicycles. Is Queens... How high is Queens I want to ride my bicycle? That's definitely on the list somewhere. At least guess the artist for sure. I'm trying to think who else would make it though. Who else makes it? Who else is huge? Maybe last year or 2 years ago it would have been like Running Up That Hill, Kate Bush. I don't know. I'm sure there's some like... I want to ride my bicycle was only 1,333rd. Y'all are so off-brand. Who's like the biggest artist in the world? I mean, it's probably got more recent stuff too, right? Like, I don't know. Some fucking... Probably Sleep Token, right? I'm kidding. Although, we have to talk about Sleep Token, chat. Sleep Until Sunset, thank you so much for the follow. These are all going to be down here. I feel like Ab is a good pick. More recent, though. Who'd be the more recent picks? Maybe... Some Taylor Swift. Artists that have been making music since 2000 that could make an argument for, like, biggest artists ever. I think Taylor Swift is there. Like, your Bruno... Like, probably not Bruno Mars. God, this shows how old I am. Like, that's a 2015 answer. Ariana Grande? Harry Styles? Do they care about Beyonce or Gaga in Europe? That's a great question. Do they? The 2009 sensation Cute is what we aim for. Oh, how could I have forgotten? Like Bruce Springsteen? I feel like that's only going to be high in America, right? Probably. All right, who's on this list? Who's on this list? Oh, sorry, you just posted it. You just post it? Coldplay is number 2? The Eagles, Hotel California. So Fix You by Coldplay is number 2. That's really funny to me. That is really funny. Hotel California by the Eagles is 3. Danny Vera Roller Coaster? Oh my God, Billy Joel? That's funny. I like Billy Joel. That's funny. Who is this Danny Vera? Do people know who Danny Vera is? Roller Coaster? Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven. Bourgeois de Groot. Queen. Pearl Jam? Metallica? Damn. They love Queen, but they also love Metallica and Pearl Jam. Piano Man is great. Hot take about Billy Joel. Piano Man is not his best song. I don't think that's a hot take at all. Danny Vera. I do like this song. Yeah, I like this song. Hot take, best Billy Joel song? What do you guys think it is? Hold up, I shouldn't have played it. It's not Piano Man. It's not Piano Man. Best Billy Joel song. Go. There's only one other answer. I don't know that much Billy Joel. But Piano Man's fine. It's a good song. It's iconic. It's definitely Vienna. Vienna is one of the best. Vienna is also on my list of like could be best songs of all time. Could be best songs of all time. I still am amazed Pearl Jam makes it on the Netherlands list of top 10 songs ever. This song makes me cry. I don't know that I should be playing this on stream, dude. Oh, man. Oh. I mean, come on. I mean, come on. Pearl Jam's amazing. I don't hate Pearl Jam. Here's what I'm confused about. Do the Dutch like Pearl Jam because listening to Pearl Jam is like Americans listening to Dutch people speaking Dutch? Is that what it is? I'm an American and I don't understand what Pearl Jam is saying in their songs. I can't believe you stopped at that moment. Sorry, I had a really good thought. I got to keep playing real quick. Tell me you know the lyrics to a Pearl Jam song and I'll call you a liar. I know all the lyrics to Alive and Back. Mod Engine, right? The one I don't have? Right there, 29. Oh. Singing on stream is the worst. I wish I was off stream so I could just fucking belt it. Belt it badly. What was the song that made it to the top 10 from Pearl Jam? Black. We're going to see if you can understand a single thing Eddie Vedder is saying here. Belt it badly. Are you referring to singing or Satisfactory? God damn it. That's a great joke. I too heard Canvas and Clay, but after that, I got no idea. Okay, Rambo, you like the 1975? I swear to God, that man sings gibberish. First off, I like the 1975 a lot less than I used to. These days, I kind of be skipping some stuff. Most stuff, which... But... Also, Eddie Vedder is known for having weird-ass pronunciation. This isn't even like an opinion. It's like a generally publicly accepted fact. You know? Like, when you sing along to Eddie Vedder, when you sing along to Pearl Jam, what you're doing is you're singing, like, a nonsense line of syllables. Those syllables hit hard. I'm not here to say Pearl Jam isn't great. But... every time... he does pronounce things kind of weird sometimes. Understatement of the year. I do think this is maybe one of their more legible songs. You're projecting, Ryan? You mumble saying? Probably. I hate to say it, I can almost never understand lyrics fully until I look them up. You have a hard time processing? That's okay, Carly. I have an impossible time remembering. I can have listened to a song 1,000,000 times, and I will not remember what the lyrics are, no matter what. I think what probably happened is... What's the name for, like, people who listen to Pearl Jam? Is it jammers? You know, like Critical Role people are critters? I feel like Pearl Jam is probably, like... Pearl Jam listeners is probably, like, jammers. I think the jammers put a campaign together to get Pearl Jam into the top 10. And they all used their votes. And they used VPNs to say that they were from the Netherlands to vote. Fuck it, maybe that's what we should do. Is it an online voting system? Maybe we could throw it. Can we throw the Netherlands voting thing? And by throw, I mean rig. And by throw, I do mean rig. These need, we're making currently TPR. They need... Okay, one last thought, by the way. Is Pearl Jam... Is the overlap between Pearl Jam lovers and Creed lovers a circle, or is it a Venn diagram? I won't let America throw / rig another Dutch tradition. Holy shit, unsubscribe. I do love them both. It's a Venn diagram. Wait, why are you unsubscribing? I like Creed. Meanwhile, Formy says, I love Pearl Jam, not a fan of Creed. Danny, do you have experience with a person in your life who used to like Creed? Okay. You know what? I don't want to project here. No, I'm guessing Danny hates Creed. That's not what I'm guessing. I'm guessing Danny hates a person in Danny's life who loved Creed. Because I think that's how most people grow to hate Creed. Is they have a person in their life who is a bad person who really loves Creed. To me, that's the Venn diagram of Pearl Jam and Creed. Is Pearl Jam fans probably fine, just really excited about a band that I'm like okay with. Creed, there's a little part of them that it's like it's the worst divorced dads of all time. Love Creed. With arms wide open. We are gonna listen to some Creed now. I am just gonna, unless Danny's gonna actually unsubscribe. Creed was bad. Pearl Jam's amazing. We're not going to listen to With Arms Wide Open. We're going to listen to what I think is their better song. Creed's the same song with different lyrics. That's probably true. Okay, we're almost at that point where we're going to have to greatly improve the production of almost every item in our factory, and I cannot fucking wait. What's the title of this one? This one is Higher. This is the one that was made famous by the like Super Bowl performance. I don't know if you've seen it, where he's got the like hair flowing. People know what I'm talking about. No, it's not. It's not the Super Bowl. It's the Thanksgiving Day halftime show. Can you take me higher? That one. The halftime show clip is awesome. It is so... As a person who is not patriotic, something happens in my bones. Anyways, that's all the Creed I'm gonna make you listen to. I do agree that most Creed songs sound the same, and frankly, I think if there is a band out there that is like a red flag, Creed might be it. Creed might be it. Oh no, I did it all with twos. Oh shit. Wait a second. Maybe that's just me speaking from my personal experience too hard, but you know. Uh-oh, is this in two? Is this in two? Computer's running too slow. Don't worry. Oh my god, my whole computer runs like dog shit when Satisfactory is open. Okay, Tony, bad news on the clip. Okay, my computer cannot handle playing the clip. But bad news on the clip front. RIP. Maybe if I look at something other than the blueprint. Whenever I see a clip with Fallout Mink, I know it's been a while. Otherwise, I feel like the list is like... I can't believe I forgot to add Creed to this playlist. Don't worry. We don't have... Is it working this time? Evil Mustache Ryan? Not evil. Nope. Okay, not working. I'm gonna sit over here and be grumpy in my next meeting now. I'll blame Ryan for any issues they bring up. You can do that. I would like to know what your coworkers think when you blame quote-unquote Ryan, a person they have never heard of. And then if they really ask you what's going on and you're like, yeah, well, somebody insulted Pearl Jam. Danny, people have been insulting Pearl Jam for like 30 years now, right? Shouldn't the jammers be sort of used to it? Also, to be clear, Pearl Jam is definitely better than Creed. I get it. I get it. Probably not even in the same conversation. But they do have those two iconic songs, Creed. The Dutch aren't insulting Pearl Jam. That's true. The Dutch are on your side. I don't know if Creed is even on the Netherlands list. I feel like Creed has this American bent to it. I saw a TikTok recently that there was a woman who nicknamed her anxiety Ryan so she could say, "Shut up, Ryan," anytime her anxiety was being mean to her. You have my permission. I mean, not that you would ever need my permission or ask my permission. You have my permission to do that for sure. For sure. Okay, we didn't plug this in. That's a funny idea. God, I'm a little rusty. I've barely played this game recently. Doesn't help that the game is running so poorly. But it's only poor over here, so it's like in the middle of my blueprint. With Arms Wide Open was on the list, 1725. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Iculus, do you still have this list open? What's the first Taylor Swift song? And what's the number? Also Beyonce. I feel like Beyonce and T Swift should be on there. I'm sure they are on there. I just don't know how high. Is Beyonce an American specifically like phenomenon, chat? Probably. Uh, 198 for Taylor Swift. Outside of the top 100? Interesting. With arms wide open. Beyonce's almost outside of the top 1,000. Holy shit. The Beehive is international? I know, but I feel like Beyonce should be ranked better. I mean, I would never have guessed Beyonce nearly outside of the top 1,000. Is My Heart Will Go On the list? Is that Celine Dion? Is that who I'm thinking of? Is Celine Dion for My Heart Will Go On? I do feel like that's a great choice. Celine Dion would have been an excellent, especially knowing hearing what we've heard. I feel like Celine Dion would have been a good guess for like maybe sneaking into the top 20. And instead it's number 1,200. You know that the recording you hear in the film and the soundtrack is the fucking demo? I've never seen the film, so I don't hear anything. I don't hear shit. I think I have seen the Titanic, but it's been a while. And I'm not even convinced I've seen it. Okay, it's thermal propulsion rocket. The next one should be probably PCC, whatever that is. This is the demo. Oh, there are two versions over here. Wonder what the differences are. You open the door. PCC. PCC? Pressure conversion cube. Radio control unit and a fused modular frame. It's not bad. I guess we Dutchies like rock a bit more than pop. Tenacious D is 496? See, that's what I mean. Like, the Beehive might be international, but Tenacious D is twice as high on the fucking list as Beyonce is. What the fuck? What's happening? Pressure con cube. Kind of like what does con mean in Spanish again? Like with or without or something like that? Press con cube. Are the mountain goats anywhere on your list? Con is with. Yeah, with. I don't know what I would choose as my #1 song because there's too many, but To Build a Home would be up there. Who's that by? This is probably not a manufacturer, actually, right? Because it's only 2 items. Assembler. Oh my god. My brain. I put that one too far over. Fuck me. Okay, so you said cinematic orchestra. I'm sorry. Did you mean Did you mean Two Door Cinema Club? Just kidding. To Build a Home. Dark as hell out here. Never heard. I don't think I've heard this song. I've never heard of it. Okay, we need 2 of these. Oh, I do know this song. Hold some pressure conversion cubes. 1 per minute. 1 per minute. Okay. Pretty simple. And it takes fused modular frame RCUs. Hello, through the door. The song Sucker punches me every time. I think it's that one and this one. How do you, Carly, how do you listen to this on a regular basis? When people are like, my favorite song is the most emotional shit you've ever heard. When people are like, my favorite song is like Adrian Linker or like Sufjan Stevens, or I'm like, what do you mean? How? How are you functioning? Carly about to be like, brother, I'm not. I don't, because it makes me cry. Exactly. For me, it depends on my mental state a lot. I guess that's an interesting question. Is like, when you listen to music, what are you most often like trying to make happen emotionally? Does that make sense as a question? Because I think a lot of people are picking like, yeah, I listen to like, what's a good example of this? I'm like listening to Sabrina Carpenter while like girl boss my way through my like 6 a.m. Orange Theory workout or whatever, you know? Do you only listen to music when you want to have an emotional response? Now, Evo, some of us are built different. Some of us, aka you, are built different than the rest of us. I know Evo's listening to music like 12 hours of the day. I'm mostly, if I'm listening to music, it's mostly to like, yeah, I would say it's mostly to like, to like complement something else that I'm doing. And because of that, I'm looking for something that complements it in a way that works for me, right? So a lot of times it's like, it does have like I have to make a decision about what I'm emotionally or you know, like energy wise trying to do. Like, I'm not about to listen to this shit while I'm going out the door for a run because I don't want to cry while I run. That sounds miserable. God forbid I don't want to sit with my own thoughts. Most of the time I'm just looking for something to bop to. Evening music is often more emotional or relaxing for me. Carly. And be crying while you run would be a good thing. Oh, is that not radio control units? That's not radio control units. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. That's right. RC uses the far one. Duh. I feel like for me, most of the time listening to something, well, I don't know, it used to be different. Now, most of the time when I'm listening to music, it's the emotion I'm trying to get out is getting my daughter, is that not going? To not scream at me in the car. So normally it's, there it is. Okay, good. Normally it's like some Miss Rachel. But when it's not that, I listen to a lot of music when I'm running, so it's a lot of like, it's a lot of like more up tempo or like very like sort of groovy is probably not the right word, but like something I can get into a, you know, like if not high BPM, then at least, you know, something that I can get into a groove with, if you will. Is there any way to check ping to the server in game? I have no idea. But that's different than like if I'm listening to music when I'm like, I would say car music for me, if my daughter's not in the car, then I am usually, it's usually like a little bit more emotional, or like I listened to the shit out of the Boy Genius album last year. Just a lot of like in my feels to the Boy Genius album. A lot of like Phoebe Bridgers recently. I need music to sing to in the car. That's a great point. If you're with the other thing too is music to sing to in the car is exactly right. Yeah, that's right. That sounds right. Sometimes if I'm doing something task-oriented, I'll also... The problem is I like singing to sad folk music. Give me despair with the side of banjo. I mean, that's so Noah Khan or Kan or whatever coded of you, for sure. I need merger. Facing that way. That's not a line. I just like a good vibe. Performative sad music singing is very fun. What's an example of that in your eyes? Performative sad music singing. Hi, Pexy. Any poop action happening? No, we're mostly talking about music. Is it Phoebe Bridgers time? It could be Phoebe Bridgers time. I'll never forget where I was when I first heard motion sickness. Nope, sorry. Smoke signals is what I'm thinking of. Megan's brother, who's also named Ryan, has the best taste in music in the fucking world. And he knows about everything way before Megan or I do. He's like got his finger on the pulse of like new music constantly. And he sent me Phoebe Bridgers back in the day. Sent me Smoke Signals and I was like, oh, what is this? Okay. So where does this need to go? Here? I guess I say that stuff to Carly about like how can you listen to this on a regular basis, and then most of what I've listened to has been Boy Genius and Phoebe Bridgers. Bags by Clara is one of my favorite catharsis songs. It's a good song. Sorry that I play it on the intro screen sometimes. I'm sure that's not helpful for your noon listening. Ryan, why are we the Spider-Man meme lately? I don't know, but we really are. Did I set up the dimensional depot? I don't think I did. Do I need a dimensional depot? Probably not. Am I going to do it anyways? Yes, because I like my systems. I like my systems. We are very near to maybe making nuclear pasta. I don't know. Maybe? Left overflow. Boom. Done. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. You like my new project, Ryan? I did. I commented on one of them. Did you see that? Pexy has decided to count all of the money that I spend on repairing my boat in Dredge, and I love it. Really appreciate that. It's very funny to me. Okay, so this is PCCs on 64. We'll update all these signs and connect all of these things off camera. After that is just nuclear pasta, right? Like, of course, we're going to be making it so slowly, but we need copper powder. But, like... we should look at copper powder. It takes copper ingots, 30 of them, to make 5 copper powder. But it makes, what, 10 of them? So to make 50 per minute, you need 300 copper ingot per minute. Yeah, it takes 6 seconds. And to make 50 per minute, you need 4 of those machines running to make 1 nuclear pasta per minute. Sorry, to make half of a nuclear pasta per minute. which is more. So that means that immediately is like 600, 900, 1200. Meaning we are not going to be able to make that on a belt, on a bus. So I got to figure out what I'm doing here. Also, the engines that you bust with haste. That's true. That's true. Cams and Evo are talking about Shine Down. Oh my God, Chad, I was going to ask. Has anyone listened to Sleep Token? I know people in the Discord have listened to Sleep Token. But I don't remember who it is. I think it's like Strawberry and somebody else. Bye, Last Mohawk. Thanks for being here. No, Void does, though. Carly has. Last album was fantastic. I have listened to the new album. I had not listened to anything old. But I've listened to the new album, and I'm going to play you a little bit right now because you can hear what it is. Shit is weird. It is kind of good. Shit is weird. It's so poppy. It's so poppy metal. It's so weird. Lyricism is great, though. I'll play Emergence because I like this song. How I feel mostly is that I'm really enjoying it, sort of despite myself. You know? Sleep Token has overtaken all my playlists in the past month and a half. I listened to Sleep Token for the first time at like 4 a.m. while driving to a race, like a month ago. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Wait, why is it so good? Why am I bopping to it? I don't listen to metal, period. And I don't know that this is metal, but like it's like metal adjacent, maybe? I don't know. Would Sleep Token fans call Sleep Token metal adjacent? But what do you do with nuclear pasta? Ship via the space elevator to complete phases of project assembly. So far, it does not sound metal. Exactly. I think it's much more prog rock, yeah. I think prog rock makes sense. They have some metal moments, but there's like a lot of pop moments too. Like this to me is the definition of prog rock right there. RIP to all the YouTube watchers who have no idea what we're talking about. It's kind of good. This part I like a lot. Oh, how am I going to do this? I could train in copper. Chuck it up on extra belts. I only need 100, quote unquote. But to me, it makes way more sense to drone other stuff elsewhere. But I think I use it in the particle. Sorry, I'm hitting all the buttons. I think I use it in the particle accelerator. So I think I need to kind of keep it here. Or wherever I'm doing this shit. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I'm enjoying this music. song reminds me of All Eyes on Me by Bo Burnham. Dude, that song is so good. I agree. If y'all like Sleep Token and have never heard of Polyphia, check them out. I love that Formy and I are coming together. Huh? Are coming together on Sleep Token when we were coming apart on Rappers. Ayo. Ayo. That's because you think Kendrick has talent? I don't think Kendrick has talent. I think he has a Pulitzer. I don't only think he has talent. I think he also has a Pulitzer. We can't start this again. Oh boy, I don't know what to do here. Okay, so I think I want to try and make it here. I could always bring more copper from other places. He's build 1 per minute, but it's currently idle because it's waiting on cooling systems. We're not at that stage yet. We're not at the like problem solving stage. We're just at the building shit stage. Let me just get nuclear posters set up because we're going to need to get it going. Let's just do it. Let's set it up. Then we can... It'll slowly crank away at making shit. It's going to be... Hands up. The way this song emotionally ruined me for an entire year. Bye, Cams. Thanks for being here. Wait, this reminds me of a lot of Epic the Musical. Hold up. Artifice, did you never listen to the Bo Burnham album Inside? This reminds you of something? Other things should remind you of this. What happened? Were you not there when the world went to hell and the entire world listened to this album together? You were there, right? Why won't my mouse work? Why won't my... There it is. I listened to it like 3 years later. It's like the one unifying thing we all went through. I'm just kidding. Tony didn't? What? You mean watch the special, right? That's true. That's true. I actually listened to the album before I listened to some of the songs before I watched the special. No, sorry, this is Copper Powder. This is Copper Powder, not this. This is Copper Powder. No, fuck it. We'll put Copper Powder. Dude, what? Okay, let me write this down. Hold up. Smelt the copper powder on location, train it in. Duh. This is going to be nuclear pasta. We need a copper powder train. It requires no extra materials. All we have to do is make a shit ton of copper. That's it. Okay, so lots of copper. Up here. Normal. Normal. This part hits, dude. Is Bo Burnham still dating Phoebe Bridgers? What a long time ago that feels like. I don't think so. Are Julian Baker and Lucy Dacus still dating though? Everybody knows. Everybody knows. These two are pure. I think we do it like here. Lots of extra. Go fucking hands up. Okay, right there-ish. Actually, right there. Okay. I have a new plan. I'm feeling excited about this plan. This is an impressive approach to problem solving and satisfactory. Thank you. I really hope you mean that sincerely. I imagine that you do, but I hope that's correct. I feel really good about this. I feel like it's taken forever, but we've hit a system where the type of problem, the way we solve a problem depends on what type of problem it is. If it requires lots of materials in one place, it gets solved on the bus. If it requires converting large amounts of one material, we do that elsewhere, we train it in. We have sinks for any extra resources to make sure that we're producing as much as we should. Awesome sinks like our alumina solution and our rubber and plastic over by the oil. I feel really good about this. Ryan, very smart. Thank you. I feel good about this. I feel good about this. I never watched the special. At the time, I was like, that's too much with everything going on. It'll hit too hard. Now I feel like it won't hit at all. I don't think it won't hit at all now, but I do think you were probably smart to not watch it. Like, if you were worried about not being able to handle it, like, handle it during the, like, the pandemic, like, I respect the shit out of that. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we are here, and we need to go all the way up. So the good news is this is just straight. We just need to go straight. The bad news is that's going to require some work. I'm gonna make a train wreck here. There's just no question about it. There's just zero questions about it. This is gonna be a train wreck. Not a metaphorical train wreck, an actual train wreck. That's all I gotta say here. Sorry if it came across as insincere. That wasn't my intent. I do tend to roast you, but that was genuine. Shammy, no, honestly, I read your comment and I was like, that reads as really sincere, but I have a lot of doubt in myself. I promise it was way more about me being like, I don't know that I have the confidence to read this sincerity as sincere right now. No, it came across as very sincere. Jamie, I'm so happy you've been a part of the community. Like, truly, not to take time away from actual stream to just do a compliment fest, but I feel like you've been such a good fit here, and I'm really thankful you popped in during Satisfactory. Truly. What did I do at the other station? Did I use the same type of signals the whole way around or not? I also just feel like, Shammy, you bring an interesting perspective to a lot of things that I'm happy is a part of the conversation, you know? I would say also the split in chat is like 60-40 roast versus sincere most of the time. Yeah, and I know exactly which one of you guys are on which side of that line at all times. Huh? Carly, I have a mental image of which side of that line. Joyce, I got a mental image of what side of that line. No, I think a lot of people just walk that line, frankly. They go both. I think a lot of people in this community, they go both ways. You know what I'm saying? I think this is a path signal, and those are non-path signals, if I remember correctly. Yep. So we did path signals at the entrance, and they can do regular signals, lock signals at the exit. Yeah. Happy Pride Month. I like to think I towed that line pretty carefully. I think he, I mean, I think. Here's how I would phrase it. I don't, like, I do think there is a line, but I think we generally don't get close to the line. I think if there is a line, I think we generally operate over here on the good. If this is the spectrum and over here is too far, here's the line of where you start to go too far. I think we generally operate over here, which is good because that's kind of, you know, what I'm comfortable with and what I've like tried to like, oh shit, please don't hit me. What we've like set up as the expectation, but what the fuck was that? What did I just see? Hold up. I just saw something in, that's a 1.1 thing for sure. Hypertube Junction? I'm gonna get hit by a train. Fuck. I gotta stop standing on the train tracks. That's definitely 1.1, right? Front seat question? Yes or no? Oh, I understand what you're saying, Tony. You saying I think I towed the line. I think I do a balance. Yeah. Well, I think generally, like, frankly, that's kind of why I mean, like, I'm kind of lying when I say I know exactly what side of the line you guys are on. Every one of you. I think generally most people do a little bit of both. If you've been around long enough, anyways. Like, I think a ton of people in the community do a little bit of both. Damn it. It's not straight. Perfect. Hypertube Junction. We're going to go through our recipes real quick. That's funny. Hypertube Junction. To and from any directions. That's really interesting. Hypertube branch. The thing I want is I want Hypertube to go faster. I feel like if Hypertube went really fucking... What the fuck is this? If Hypertube went really fast, I feel like that'd be amazing. A buffer stop. I'd use Hypertube instead of anything else if it went really fast. Prevents trains from derailing at the end of a railway. While automated driving systems have made buffer stops mostly obsolete, their use is still recommended to mitigate potential human error. So the automated trains won't run off, but I can use this to stop myself from running off. That's funny. All right, we're going to go through everything here and see if there's anything new. Probably some of this might be new, but that's because I've literally never looked at it before, other than the catwalks. Fix-it wall or steel wall. Roll-up gate is something I've never used before. Foundations. Transport. Organization. Logistics. We already looked at priority merger. We need to build some of these, but... Power switch, priority power switch. I think that's something that was there before, but I don't remember. That's a battery. Those are normal. Particle accelerator is a production item, so it definitely produces something. So we're going to need nuclear pasta there, I'm sure. Foundry. Okay, I think these are all pretty normal. Everything else seems normal. Is it toe the line like TOE? Yes. Just as I looked up what that phrase comes from, I have an idea of what it means, but yeah, it means like putting your toes directly to the line. Toe the line means like going directly up to the line, but then not going across it. Comes from soldiers standing in line. Ah, fuck. I always do this. Hold up. Can I use control to make this stuff straight? Oh, you can! I think I knew that already, though. Oh my god, I nearly fell. I think I knew that and then I forgot it. Okay, we need train stations or signals here. Path signal here on the way in. You knew it but decided not to use it? I probably knew it and then forgot it, if I'm being honest. That's how it tends to go. Now, don't say that. Don't say... Oh, that's on the wrong side. Duh. Don't say... Don't say flashing error. He forgar. I forgar. I think I generally put these signals like afterwards, but I guess we'll just do them now. Iron Snips, how's it going? Fairly sure you didn't know that as we couldn't tell you and it's not super obvious. You know what I think it is, Shammy? I'm pretty sure. I'm having a memory of this and I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure what happened is off camera I built a lot of rail and I'm pretty sure I figured it out once off camera and then literally never mentioned it on stream. You can hit control and it'll straighten stuff up. Probably, like, I have not really learned anything off camera pretty much, but I think that might have been the thing I learned off camera. So I did do a lot of building off camera to, like, build these railways and stuff. Been out with a kid at a splash pad. Fun. Or at least I hope it was fun. Hope it was fun. Ah! I nearly fell off. I can't believe you'd learn things off stream. I know, right? Occasionally. Occasionally it happens. This is why I avoid playing games off stream. But also, eventually you just gotta. With Satisfactory, and I can't wait. I already can't wait to get done with this stream and do, like, at some point over this weekend or something, to do some off-camera building for, like, how the fuck won't you go on the right side? Other side. Other side. Build mode right side? Is that new? Front seat question, is that new for 1.1? Build mode right side, left side? Or has that always been there? Because I'm going to feel like an idiot if... Okay, it's new. Thank God. I was like, I'm going to feel like an idiot if that's been there forever. That's very handy. Shout out to Satisfactory. They always know how to make things... How to make handy updates. Nice. Good on them. That seems like a good update. They know how to make things satisfying. It's true. I still will never forgive them for not making the blueprints auto-connect before I got to the game, though. I waited 5 years. I waited 5 years to play this game. I was like, they'll definitely be out of early access and they'll have all the shit figured out by then. Not quite all of it. What just happened? Did I just get... Was that a bug? Why do we have signals in a straight line, though? So we're future-proofing. In the future... So currently we have one big vertical highway. down the middle of the map. That just like this way, north and south. And then from that, we split off to get other items, to get resources. If you put signals constantly, then what will happen is if the train runs into a problem at a junction, it won't wait on the other side of the map. Two things. One, it won't wait at the other side of the map to get ready. It'll pile up at the junction in these little sections, like one by one, which is maybe hypothetically good. It clogs the train tracks, but it also shows you that there's an issue. Second thing is, if we do this and then I put a junction, like, and then say I need to go that way, I can put a junction right here, and I already have signals on both sides of it to sort of keep things flowing. I don't know. I guess you could probably get away with not doing this. This is definitely me bringing a F-word game solution to this game. But in Factorio, you do that because it's just like you build with like a modular train set kind of deal. Is that straight? Shit, I didn't hit control. Fuck. So yeah, I don't know. That's my thought on why. Is probably the junction, you're future proofing, and you're like sort of ensuring that the issues will happen. Why is this block signal? I don't know. Don't take anything I am saying with any sort of confidence, because I think I might be fucking up my train system right now, too. I don't know why it's saying that. But these signs always freak me out when they go yellow like that. You can build them straight with control. Holy cats, did my productivity just skyrocket? Holy cats. Interesting. One of the small things that has been really funny to me about Critical Role, it's not even really funny, it's just like kind of amusing, is one of the characters in Critical Role. See, I might be putting them too close together though. That's part of the problem. Maybe part of the problem. They're always like role playing these characters in a different world, you know, in a different timeline and world and stuff. So, but one of the characters continues to say Jesus Christ, and every time he says Jesus Christ, he'll say whoever that is. 1, 2, 3. I fucked it. This is bad. It's too close. So, I've been doing 10 blocks, which is too close. Liam, yes. Jesus Christ, whoever that is. Oh my god, I nearly fell off. Okay, we're just going to check our signals real quick and make sure they're not too far away. Chat, what do you guys got going on tonight? Any plans? Anybody got anything going on? I think Meg's going to the movies with Meg's going to dinner with a friend. So I'm going to hang out with our daughter, put her to bed, and then I think I get to mow late at night, which is going to be so exciting. Sleep time. New Cloudward Ho tonight. That's true. Megan and I are going to try and finish episode 2. Holy cat sounds like a 50s Batman and Robin phrase. Yeah, that does make sense. Holy cats, Batman. Ew, it's too hot to mow. I hear ya. I fucking hear ya. But I didn't manage to do it this weekend, so guess who's living with the consequences of his own actions this weekend. What the fuck is this highlight? I don't even see it, dude. I can't wait to get done with this game and beat it. And then start playing it on my own time and go for like a massive mega build. Like, I kind of want to see how fast you can make a factory. I'm a little pissed about the blueprint thing, though. Not pissed about it. I'm just like... I'm a little confused how I would build a mega factory if I can't use blueprints without the game suffering. Because I feel like blueprints are the way that you build a mega factory. I don't know. I don't know. Probably want to do a raid later, Ryan. Is Chris on? Chris is on. Let's go. Holy catchphrase, Batman. Artifice is going to play some Magic. Dokarichu says it's Wally Wednesday for me. What does that mean? What's Wally Wednesday? That's a good point, Yuva. The best part about this is we're going to go up here. We're going to try and find the math. Oh, we should probably start doing the math. Okay, let's do the math. It's too early to do this math. But let's do it. I'm going all the way up here to get a shit ton of copper ore, which I can then smelt into copper ingots. It's 1-to-1 for copper ore to ingots. The ingots are then, I could try a pure copper ingot, which is interesting. They're produced in a refinery. They're produced faster. They produce more ingots. This is an interesting recipe to keep in mind. Those copper ingots are going to be turned into copper powder. My goal is going to be to keep... Bye, Artifice. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for the reminder to hydrate. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m., Walmart drops either Pokemon or other trading-related cards. Hell yeah. So my goal will be to have enough copper powder to fill at least one belt. I think that seems like good math. One belt of copper powder. Currently, my belts go 780 per minute. So 780 times 6 is... What's the button? This button. 4,680. So we're going to want to put 4,000. There's no fucking way. What? We're going to want to make 4,680 copper ingots a minute? This 30-to-5 is going to fucking kill me. 300 per minute to make 50 per minute. That math is right, I think, right? 200 of these times 6 would be 1,200 of these per one. 1,200 copper ingots per one nuclear pasta. The good news is it's not quite 1-to-1. And it'd be 1,200 per, and we're doing the math as if we could make like 2.5 per minute, basically. That's not even true. We could make 1.8 or something per minute with 780. Holy shit. So we should actually be we should be very careful about the decision that we make this right now. Because what I decide right now could mean hours and hours and hours of extra work. Do I want to get a full belt of copper powder? What if I wanted to shoot for 600 a minute? That's 1.5 a minute. What if I wanted to shoot for 400 a minute? That's only 1 per minute, which does seem probably enough. 1 nuclear pasta per minute. It's one of the most expensive games items in the game. That'd be 2 machines. I think I'll probably end up doing that. Hey Ryan, I want to yes, Finn, sounds fine to me. I don't know. Discord mods can chime in if not, but I'd say go for it. Ryan, it might be a thought to supply Coffee Stain with your save file. That's a great idea, actually. If they're into it, if they could find use of it, yeah, that's a great idea. Copy, I'll make their life hell. I'd say go for it, and if they ask you to remove it, then you can. Thank you. Yeah, no worries, dude. Time for a job interview? Okay, so that would mean 400 of these, which would mean only 400 times 6 is... What is that? 2,400? 400 times 6 is 3,200? So 3,200. If we're doing it this way with water, we would need... That's a lot of fucking water, though. But 3,600 times 6/15ths. Six divided by 15 equals... Is it just 0.4? Is that the answer? Yeah, that's just 0.4. Okay, so 3,200 times 0.4 is 1,280. So you would need 1,280 copper ore per minute. 1,280 copper ore per minute. If you use the water one. That is a lot less than 3,200, I'll tell you that much. But... so I think normal would be 240. I think pure would be like 360. And we've got some of all of that here. This one's pure. This one's pure. So that's like 720,000. There's plenty of water. But is it future proof? If I build it so that I get 400 copper powder a minute, isn't it then what happens if I need 780 or 1,000 copper powder a minute? Then I have to redo everything. The thing is, we can't go... We're limited by belt speed at this point. Like, I can't... Even if I can train more than 780 a minute, I can't belt it onto the bus at faster than 780 per minute or unload the train at faster than 780 per minute. At least with our current build setup, we could change build setups and unload it faster if we needed to, but... So I think 400 is fine. If we needed to, we could always double it to get a full belt. I think that's the good math. I think we do 400, double it if we would need to get a full belt. This is going to be so much smelting. So many... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Factory has indigestion. Factory is about to be even worse. Factory is going to hate me for what I'm doing to it right now. Welcome to nuclear pasta. Why do you need so much goddamn copper? That's so funny to me. It's interesting, though. That 30 to 6 is crazy. I guess this is a good time for me to have taken that alternative recipe for... Oh my god, speak of the devil. Holy shit. The alternative recipe for other copper. Speaking of the devil, we have more hard drives to do, so we should chuck these in here so that they can keep. Remind me in 10 minutes, chat. Never mind, I have a timer. I'll set one. How long are you streaming today? Maybe 3:30. I need to check and see if Meg has called me or texted me. Probably like 3:30. Can I tell you guys the best decision I've made in the last month? Yeah, about another half hour. Best decision I've made in the last month. My sister told me about this, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's an amazing idea." So like for the last year, like my phone background for the last 5 years, my phone background was basically one thing, which was just like a random photo that I liked. That was like a little bit inspirational because it was kind of corny, but I liked it. It did not change for so fucking long. I think I got married and I don't even think I changed it, even though we got like beautiful wedding pics. Like, you know, I just didn't change my background. Then we had a kid. My joy at looking at photos on my phone went through the roof. Also, the number of photos that I took went through the roof. But the problem is she changes constantly. So I'd put L on as my background, but then like 2 weeks later, there's 2 weeks later, she's different. 3 weeks later, she's wildly different, and the photos don't look the same. However, my sister told me that iPhones have you can change you can set the background to be one person from your photos, and it will change every hour or change every time you click the screen or change every day. Lots of different settings. So for the last like 2 weeks, I have looked down at my phone, and every hour it has been a different picture of my daughter. And it is the best. It has honestly, it has improved my mood every single day for the last 2 weeks. I just looked down at my phone to see if Megan had texted me. It's a picture of my daughter from like probably like 8 months ago, playing on her little thing. But it's so fucking cute. Big recommendation for that setting. If you have like, I think you could probably do a pet too. You could probably do a pet. I don't know. Probably do selfies of yourself. I don't know. If you were like really in love with your partner, you could do your partner. I don't know. Carly, do you have an iPhone? And how many photos of Pedro Pascal do you have saved on your iPhone? Because I bet you have enough to do a rotating photo of Pedro Pascal. It's such a great feature. It has been. There have been a couple photos that appeared that I was like, ooh, maybe not that one. Like, I think you can remove the photos from the, like, I don't have an iPhone. Fuck. But you do have a lot of Pedro Pascal saved on your phone, though, right? I see you avoiding the question. I see you avoiding the question. How much Pedro Pascal do you have saved on your phone? I don't know. Tony's gonna see if Android can do it. So, this is so much better that you can just rotate it. Saved on my phone? No. Saved on TikTok? Yes. What I'm hearing is you're not a real Pedro Pascal fan. Was that what I'm hearing? Wow, modern people in there. I save my stuff on TikTok now. Back in my day, when I saved photos to my iPod, when I saved the photos to my iPod Touch, and it took me a year to download them from iTunes. Brother, I'll fight you in the street. Modern and you're younger than Carly. Evo, shut the fuck. Listen, I get obsessed with characters and sometimes celebrities as much as the next person, but I've never understood people who feel the need to download pictures of them. I'm sure Carly is the same. Oh, so maybe I'm the weirdo here. How many Joyce, who do you think was I don't know if you'll get the guess. Chat, you can all guess. I definitely downloaded a photo of a celebrity on my iPod Touch to use as my background back in the year, I don't know, 2007. Who do you think it was? If you get it right, your next sub is on me. Carly, is this going to have to do with MySpace? Is it Maddie Healy? That's a fantastic guess. It is basketball. Sorry. It is music. It's not basketball. It's not Larry Bird or that basketball dude from the recent story. It is music. It's not Matt Healy. No, this story predates MySpace. I would love to hear this embarrassing story, Carly. Jessica Simpson? First off, how dare you? Not, like... No, it's not... It's not somebody I thought was hot. Who do you think I am? I was thinking it's one of your crushes from when we talked about movies I didn't know people from. Like Halle Berry from Die Another Day. No, it also was not Halle Berry. Or Zooey Deschanel from 500 Days of Summer. Famous hot women. It's not a woman! It's a musician. It's not a woman. Evanescence lady? I love that chat just assumes I was a horny. And I was horny, but I didn't... But I was horny, but I was also like... I was very horny, but I was also very artistic. Okay? So there were... It's not Kendrick. I didn't know who Kendrick was back in 2008. Was Kendrick making music in 2008? I don't know. Think indie music. David Bowie, no. I wish I was as into David Bowie then. This was like the start of me figuring out good music. David Bowie would probably have been too good of taste for me. Ben Gibbard, who said it? Joyce, let's go. Absolutely, it was Ben Gibbard. Joyce, your next sub is on me, okay? Ben Gibbard of Death Cab, lead singer of Death Cab for Cutie, the first band I ever truly loved. Don't even know who that is. Did Death Cab make it on the Netherlands list? Also, hi Nari, how's it going by the way? Did Death Cab make it on the? Did I Will Follow You Into the Dark make it onto the Netherlands list of music, best music ever? I have no idea who that is. Death Cab or Ben Gibbard? I understand not getting Ben Gibbard. Death Cab for Cutie though. I had to look up who that is. Oh. I Will Follow You Into the Dark was our first dance at our wedding. Have you told me that before, Tony? It's the song I sang for Elle when I put her to bed at night, actually. That's it. You guys are all going to be forced to listen to Death Cab for Cutie for the rest of this fucking stream. And if you talk any shit, you're banned. No jokes. No kidding. You're gone. You're out of here. Death Cab for Cutie for the rest of the stream. We're just going to put on a Death Cab playlist and hit shuffle. Nah, this is the band that this is the first band I loved. I've seen them in concert like 7 times, probably like 5 times. Too much. Still really love them, frankly. Okay. He said no joke. Let's see how real it is. Try me. Only Death Cab song I know is Kath. It's a good song. Carly, you had a story and I totally skip past it, so I'm just going to go back real quick and find it. I used to print out tiny pictures of celebrities I loved and made them into posters for the dolls in my dollhouse. Carly. I went through so much printer ink. Carly. That's amazing. That's actually amazing. Joyce, don't even talk to Iculos right now. Iculos is just trying to troll. Don't even talk to Iculos. Iculos is just trying to get under our skin. We know better. I had this song as a ringtone on my Motorola Razr. I do love that. Okay, so we're over where we need to be. Let's take a look at this, though. Okay, so this is up on that. It's like right there. There's water down there. Where's the other? It's like right there. Tony timed out Iculos for 10 minutes. And I didn't even see the message that spawned it, but unquestioning, I 100% believe it. You're gonna eat every one of those 600 seconds. No mercy from me. I'm not letting you off the hook early. You can take all 10 of those minutes to think about yourself. Think about your decisions. I think this is probably fine, but where do we want to put the station? Probably low, right? Like probably low, like there. Build over the water, maybe? We need open space. Oh my God, look at the sky. Shit. What did Iculos do? Talk shit about Deathcap for cutie. That said, if we build high in the air, nothing ever gets in the way, which is kind of nice. It's kind of the nice thing about building up in the air. But you got to bring the water up to you. How much water does this fucking take? 4? 10 water per minute? Why does that say 4,000 water? What the fuck? 4,000 water or 4? I feel like that math is wrong. Tony says, my wife saw Death Cab in high school. I'm so jealous. Hell yeah. I once drove from Sacramento to Reno, Nevada to see Death Cab. And then they had tech issues. And I stayed out until like 3 in the morning. Like I stayed at the show until like 3 in the morning to watch them finish. It's crazy. Okay, so if we disagree with Ryan, then we get timed out. Every day Ryan becomes more of a dictator. No. You don't understand. It's been that way for years. I don't become more of a dictator. I've been one for years. It is a cult after all. Legally speaking, it's not. But it is a cult after all. Justice for Iculos, by the way. Ooh, yo, for me. What a legend. What a legend. Thank you. What a legend. Thanks for gifting a sub to the Totally Average Gamer. Thank you. Is that water higher, do you think? I don't know, man. I don't fucking know, man. We're going to go a little bit farther, and then we'll do a turnaround, and then we'll probably be basically done. It's not a cult that I'm at least proud to be a part of. Damn right. Damn straight. This is the new stuff. Okay, let's... Oh, I about fell off. Back to fixing a work mistake that will cost me my evening? Oh, no. All right, let's go to the top 10. To drown out the people like Iculos who want to talk some shit. Best Death Cab song ever. Go. We at least have a couple fans in the chat, right? If Chatterford throws Ryan, who takes over the cult? Trick question. We would defer to Queen Meg. Yeah, it is actually. So I am the cult leader. Unfortunately, I am beholden to our board of directors, which is made up of one person, which is my wife Meg. So the new year. What a good choice. Marching Bands of Manhattan. I would say that's not on my list. It's a great song. Does Such Great Heights count? It does not, but I will accept the Postal Service love. Absolutely. What do I think the best Death Cab song is? Holy shit. I mean, I Will Follow You Into the Dark is very special to me. But for years, it has not been my favorite Death Cab song. I actually really love Kath. I love the entire Narrow Stairs album so much, and it probably is outsized in my head just because it was one of the first albums albums, period, I ever loved. Soul Meets Body's good. What Sarah said? Transatlanticism? Transatlanticism is a great fucking answer. I got into them right when Plans came out and worked backwards. The New Year is a excellent choice, though. Damn. I also really love I Will Possess Your Heart, which is weird to love, but it's maybe my sleeper pick for... It's got like a 4-minute instrumental. But I love I Will Possess Your Heart so much. What else? I think you kind of got to split it into pre and post. What was the album that came out that had like St. Peter's Cathedral and... Not my favorite album. Right after... Was it after Codes and Keys or was it Codes and Keys? I think you kind of got to split it into like post and pre Codes and Keys. I think it's Codes and Keys. And for a long time, I would have said I'm not a fan of so much of the newer stuff, but I think that's actually changing in a big way. I think I'm finally aging into the stuff that they were aging into when they made it. Effin Miller, thank you so much for the follow. Lurking from work, stay efficient, thank you. Codes and Keys did have St. Peter's Cathedral. Codes and Keys is the album Ben Gibbard made after he married Zooey Deschanel. And everybody was like, "Aw, fuck. Our heartbroken alcoholic boy done married an LA celebrity. It's all over from here. Say goodbye to the Death Cab for Cutie you once knew." And then Zooey Deschanel and Ben Gibbard got divorced. Guess what? Our sad boy is back. No longer alcoholic, though. Now he's sober. But our sad boy is back. It was the long con. It was the long con. Zooey Deschanel knew exactly what it would take to make Ben the best he could be. Ooh, I'm kidding so hard. I will say I was very... Like, 19-year-old Ryan, who was like, "Oh my God, Zooey Deschanel from my favorite movie, 500 Days of Summer, has married my favorite indie artist? The only problem with this is that it takes both of my celebrity crushes off the market at the same time." And then I was also like, is this gonna work? I thought Ben Gibbard hated LA. Then the post-breakup album has a song about how much he hates LA, and I'm like, oh wait, okay. We're back to normal. We're back to normal. We're entirely back to normal. Oh my God. Holy shit. I think I may be completely wrong about this, by the way. We should play Transatlanticism, probably. Oh, no, let's play what Sarah said so we can cry on stream. I will say, I think Ben Gibbard is actually running. Yes, he is. Holy shit. Okay, chat. So we haven't talked about weekend plans yet. Carly says you definitely had a chance with both of them. By the way, that's it's so fucked up of them to do that to you. Listen, you printed out posters for your doll houses. I made comments about how I would marry both Ben Gibbard and or Zooey Deschanel. We all have our faults, okay? Is Ben Gibbard running your half Ironman? No. This weekend is the biggest trail race of the year, Western States 100. Ben Gibbard, who has been an ultra runner for years, who has run ultra marathons, Western States is one of the hardest races to qualify for. You have to run other races, get lucky, get put into the race. Ben Gibbard is running Western States this weekend. Yeah. He's not running my half Ironman. That would be funny, though. One more. Recipe. What do we have so far? Polymer resin, instant plutonium cell. Okay. Fun fact, you still get shots while being timed out. Big W. The real question is, did I learn anything? I wish I was a YouTube frog just because I don't have to listen to so much shitty music. Good night, chat. Good night, Oculus. Never change. There's no way we will ever need to go further than this, right? We can just stop it here. You know, my mom kept my childhood dollhouse. I bet the posters are still in there. Yeah, you got to let us know who's in there. You know? Yeah, I would love an update. Amazing. I would love an update. All right, well, we got to do a weird turnaround. Maybe in 1.1 they changed this. Nope. Doing a full turnaround on this is just, on this game, is so weird to me. We're getting such good nonstop rain while this death cab is happening. The vibe is immaculate. Hell yeah, dude. Look at that ugly ass turnaround. It looks like a testicle. Oh boy. Anyways. So block signal should be like here, right? This side. There you go. If anyone can guess which Disney star I printed posters of, I'll gift subs, but I don't think anyone will. A Disney star? Is it Corbin Blue? Probably to male or female. Corbin Blue is my first gut instinct. That's probably too late for you. Did you watch High School Musical, Carly? And did you love it? Oh, I about fell off. I don't know where we want to put this exactly. This is when she was 7? Oh, yeah. Dollhouse? Oh, no. You're right. This would be much later. Or much earlier than that. I don't know stuff much earlier than that, though. Like, Hannah Montana is basically the start of Disney Channel for me. fear I'm doing the math now. I was definitely older than 7. Rather you do the math now than somebody else do the math later. Not a cartoon. What's on Disney Channel before, like, Hannah Montana? So why is this fucking making this look? Why? Because it, like, runs into itself? No exit signal? Lizzie McGuire? I feel like that's also too late, right? That's So Raven. I feel like Lizzie McGuire is later, right? Like it's just pre-High School Musical, just post, or just pre-High School Musical. It's not like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. That's also the same era. I don't know Even Stevens. Dang, now I'm fucking curious, though. I'll tell you that much. Even Death Cat, what are you doing? Oh, we looked like giants. This song takes me back. No one is close yet? Was it? Put just a little extra distance on it. Then bring it over. Take me to the blue. There we go. Blue. I got you for me. Let me know if you need more of it. I don't know. I don't even know it was on TV. I don't even know. Like, I'd have to Google what Even Stevens is. Oh my god, I do know Even Stevens. Holy shit. Why, when these things happen, do I always go, oh my god, I do know who that is, and I definitely had a crush on the girl in Even Stevens. Why did I have so many crushes? That's where Shia LaBeouf came from. Crazy. I think this is going to want to be pretty long. I think that what we've done here is do like at least one car length, then do the thing. 1, 2, 3. God, it's been so long since I played this game. I just realized I built my train 4 long earlier. It's 3. Like 3 freight cars. I guess I'll leave it there. Side note, does anyone remember the Disney show about the brother and sister that got canceled because everyone wanted them to bone? Oh my god. Please tell me it wasn't them. I'm cheating now, i.e. Googling Disney stars from the early 2000s. Was it Adam Lamberg? Sorry, you made me think of that American Idol person. Adam Lambert? Who was it? Who was it? What am I doing here? Spill the tea. Jesus Christ. This part is so difficult to do. These technically work. Right there, like that. Near, yeah, they do. Near the train line. Why won't it build? Must be in line with another train platform. What are you fucking... This is annoying. Ah, fuck, I built it too close. This song called? Yeah, We Looked Like Giants. Also, Grapevine Fires on the list of potential best Death Cab songs of all time? I don't know. Maybe? Maybe? That's got to be enough space, right? Yep. $326. Carly, are you nervous to share? This is going to be copper powder out. No, I like keeping the mystery alive. Hell yeah, brother. These are loads. Oh. I hate to skip Band of Horses, but we're in a Death Cab mood. Nope, we're in a Death Cab mood. Mystery alive. I'm out of ideas, and I probably should get off stream in like 5 minutes. Here's a question, Satisfactory nerds. Is this new? The fact that I can start a railway from anywhere on an existing railway? 1.1, yes or no? I thought railroad building was being a little bit easier. Hell yeah, dude. Big win. Coffee Stain Studios. I love you. I could kiss you. That's a big win. Let's go. Shout out for the amazing updates. Hell yeah, dude. God, that changes things. I could just do a long line here. Then do a, like, one of these to sort of see where it needs to be. I mean, I know it's going to clip. Or I could just do that. That works too. Delete that. Check a block signal. There. You're green. Okay. I can't remember who all I had pictures of. I changed them out throughout the eras, but I think the last round before I stopped playing with the dollhouse was Ricky Ullman. That's from Phil of the Future? Wait, why is Phil of the Future something that sounds familiar? Phil of the Future? Oh my god, I recognize the dad from this show. Huh. Couldn't tell you anything about the show, but I think I actually watched it. I don't know. That's funny. Oh boy. Okay. Why are train things doing this shit? Copper powder. Let's go copper powder out. Add that. Save. Turn on self-driving. See what happens. Signals are making the next stop unreachable. Sure, but why? Wait. The block signal thing is fucking me up. Wait. What? Build mode left side, right side? Hold up. Now it's facing the right way because it has both. Why were they facing the wrong way? Oh. Oh my god, iron and wine. I built them all facing the wrong way? At least a couple of them. Oh boy. Iron and wine is such a throwback. I loved Smart House. I lived for the DCOM era. So these... Oh boy, these are all going to be fucked up. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to in-stream here. I'm going to probably fix these train signals off-stream and also probably do a lot of work to like set up the train stations, fix the bus. You know, the stuff that is not particularly exciting but is necessary to make the factory run. You need to look this way when you do it, Ryan. And in doing so, that'll all happen behind the scenes before we come back to Satisfactory next. Thanks for hanging out today, you guys. I appreciate it. I'm going to save the game there and get off here. Thanks for playing musical memory lane with me. Thanks for a great stream. Lots of jams. Tons of jams. Tons of jams. What other group was he associated with? Iron and Wine person? I have no idea. I just knew about him from Iron and Wine. Iron and Wine. I can't speak. Is Chris still on? Chris is on playing Grand Theft Auto 5. GTA 5. Oh my god, his beautiful bald head is right on screen. I love it. He just shot somebody. He just shot a second person. He just shot a third person. He just shot a fourth person and it says fuck you on the screen. What's happening over here? What's happening? Fuck that. Get down. Our super positive Chris. We're going to go raid Chris. Mission failed. I saw fuck on the screen 4 times and I saw him kill 10 people in 3 seconds. Is this what GTA is always like? This person literally said fuck, fuck, fuck.
And, yeah, it's just like similar mechanics and stuff, but just, yeah, the production value, the animations and stuff, and this was just crazy.
Look at all that shooting. Any raid message? What should our raid message be? This is exactly what GTA is. What should our raid message be? No hashtags involved. Although hashtag wholesome content would actually be kind of funny. Damn it, Tony. Damn it, Tony. All right, let's do it. We're going to raid Chris. We're going to say hashtag wholesome content. You don't have to put a hashtag if you don't want. If you guys don't know Chris, awesome person, Dramality. You know, friend of the channel, longtime friend. We're going to go over there and raid, and then I'm going to get out of here. So thanks so much for hanging out. Have a great rest of your day. I'll be back Friday with more Dredge. And I'll see you guys then. So, yeah. Bye.